have to play off of this, right? You gotta work the dynamic. You see, he's already starting to go here a little bit. I'll bring right close to the food. I'll put him into another down. Just taking my time. See right here, so the food's right there. So I'm tapping there. His eyes will move towards that food. I'm going to tap him away from it. This is a working through. This is like re-signing the contract. This is like a 40-page contract with him and food. So this is a very intentional exercise. But again, the muzzle's on, so I can do what I need to do, not be concerned about him flashing up like yesterday, trying to bite me, and then avoiding the bite. He slept good last night. Let's put it that way. I mean, he expelled some energy yesterday over this whole food fiasco. But same thing here. Just want to relax. I'm just calm. I'm not trying, like I said, I just kind of know how to, same thing. It's not to say I won't have a moment here, because that can happen very easily. Even though I'm doing everything right, he can still trigger off. And that's why I keep pushing this too, as I'm working that line. So as I do this exercise here, tomorrow I'm going to be a little bit more assertive, because you really need to get this out of him. And how you can tell, here's one of the things about information, how you can tell that he's starting to think different about the food is that when I'm sitting in there and just letting him eat, okay, and I have the leash attached, I'm nudging a little bit, is I'll notice that he'll slow down. Okay, that's the thing to look for, is him starting to relax and let it go. So between both of these things happening, okay, it sets up, it's like rebuilding the bridge, but in a way to keep it safe. So when you're dealing with a dog with food aggression issue, you don't want to get bitten. Okay, that's important, because that changes everything, because this is all about the method. Okay, this is about certain protocols, keep it safe, but it's got to tie in. So same thing, I'll bring him up here again, because as I move him a little bit, it challenges him. I'll bring him forward, little push pull, and I keep him up, and I'm going to put him in the down this time. Sometimes standing up too is helpful, because when I stand him up like this, it forces him to work through it more, believe it or not. Sometimes the down can be okay, but if you do too much of that, it can deceive you into thinking, oh, I got really good relaxation. But when he's up right now like this, standing up, right, this is more, right, he thinks he has more control. It kind of tempts him a little bit more. Okay, so you have to understand how to kind of work the system here a little bit. See, not liking it, but not trying to bite me or flash over or anything yet. I'm just going to hold, kind of a holding pattern here. Because you'll tell too, as you go through, you start to see over time, dogs just letting it go, right? Just say, I don't, and that's how you know, okay, don't need the muzzle anymore, get back to some normalcy. So there'll be things that you'll see that will give you that information, but the only way to get that information is for the method to be very specific. You got to fill in the gaps. Same thing, moving forward here. Just circling around this food. Tap a little bit. But that's the thing. In this situation here, we have a dog that has this much control. Somebody has to win. Okay, the human's got to win. Because he's a German Shepherd, and he definitely, I'll put him right next to the food here. He's a German Shepherd. He's got a really high level of need, so he can't think that he can win that way and start using his teeth. So we do this, like I said, we do this for another couple minutes. This is a really good, making really good progress. This is really good based again on what happened yesterday, and then lining this up this way. Because everything works together. Everything I'm doing with him ties in. So this exercise helps everything else, and vice versa. So everything you do with a dog, kind of has a spillover effect into other areas. So there's no wasted kind of time. So right here, now notice that he just really shifted his body. He's going in some really good relaxation right now. So that body shifting, you know, just really even with the muzzle, because, you know, I've won. You know, even yesterday when he was trying to bite me, I still won. He didn't bite me. I was able to control it. I was able to work him. You know, so it's just about really good leash method, really good. So even if the dog doesn't have a muzzle on and they're trying to come at you, it's just about how you're spinning them out and stuff. So this is a reversal situation. But again, this is something where, again, in terms of the owner needing to be in the owner's area as well, doing this muzzle exercise to make sure this transfers over. So it's like muscle memory, but, you know. So you notice here, very relaxed right now, right next to that food. Doesn't mean this, like I said, it's a cocktail. So I tell people all the time, you know, you can't totally trust this, okay? It's good in the relaxation part, but doesn't mean that he ain't gonna, this takes time, you know? This doesn't mean he's gonna trigger, because you know, same thing, it's just working the method, working the system. So give it another moment here. And then, again, I'm gonna stop the exercise, give him a break, and then, you know, this is something I'll be doing again. This is going to be kind of built in for the next 2 weeks. Really good kind of focal point here with him. Because again, this is a big issue with him, is the food. I noticed that yesterday, right, pretty quickly. So I'm going to bring him up. So doing well, okay, that shows you the exercise, okay? It's all about working through it the right way. You know, it being very intentional, very tied in this way to really work through it. But again, just so there is accommodation, because it's like a child working through, say, a change of parenting styles. So the accommodation isn't about giving control back at the same time. It just means about slowing it down, not being too assertive. So it's like knowing how to work that line with the dog so you're not getting the trigger off, okay? Because again, you know, he's got a muzzle on, and you know, he could trigger off and express aggression towards me. Doesn't mean I want that to happen, okay? That's not what I'm going for here. It could happen, I'll deal with it, but you know, it's about just, you know, working that line in such a way that you're keeping it safe. And you know, I want him to transition through this the right way, you know, without those type of moments, if I can avoid them. They happened yesterday, but again, knowing that, this is why, again, this is a very intentional exercise. So Koji's doing okay, for sure. Thanks for watching.